Origin of meteorite. How the existence of short-range force was generated in the universe. A new attempt to understand the origin of meteorite was carried out from viewpoint of condensed matter physics. Introduction. Interstellar medium is mainly accounted by hydrogen atoms. But, hydrogen molecule does not adhere with the other molecule. Repulsive force due to collisions among molecules increases according to increase of accumulation. So, growth of celestial body by only hydrogen atoms takes time. Energy state of dust become lower through contact with each other by a short-range force explained by condensed matter physics. The chemical bond is short-range force of angstrom. But it is the 36th power of 10 times stronger than gravitational force. Orbital velocity of a celestial body is independent of its mass. Accumulation of cosmic dusts plays an important role in growth of celestial body. Primitive planets grew individually before beginning of nuclear reaction of the Sun. Orbital velocity of a celestial body is independent of its mass. So, planets in the solar system grew individually before beginning of nuclear reaction of the Sun. The Sun's gravity becomes weak in case far away from the Sun. It becomes equal to the gravity of the Earth's surface at 3.68 million kilometers away from the Sun. Hydrogen gas does not exist at the Earth's surface. While the value of synchronous orbit on the Sun is 25.3 million kilometers, and the distance between the Sun and Mercury is 57.9 million kilometers. The Sun's gravity cannot take away hydrogen from solar planets. Condensed matter physics on meteorite. Chemical bond on meteorite is expressed by the electronic states, that is described by quantum mechanics. The chemical bond is short-range force of the -10th power of 10 meters. It is the 36th power of 10 times stronger than gravitational force. As an example, gravitational force between 1 kilograms meteorites at a distance of 1 meter is 6.67 times the -11th power of 10 newtons. It is negligible. Low energy state of solid is achieved by interactions among each electronic state. Eventually the electronic state of a solid state adapts to the neighboring atoms via short-range force. Separation of constituents in a large celestial body. High compression brings the generate electronic state of material. Liquidity with conductivity of inner region in a large planet are given by this effect. So, denser materials of a planet sink to the center, but less dense materials rise to the surface. The flow of material separates substances, and it creates a core and mantle. Iron meteorite was isolated under liquidity state of inner core of large planet. Stony meteorite comes from mantle. Stony iron meteorite contains both iron and rock. Explosion of giant planets by the nuclear fusion of hydrogen. The gas planet that keeps hydrogen gas in its gravitational area is able to hold all of the collected interstellar matter. The enlargement amplifies by itself. Such center star forms a solid core in the center, as shown in Figure 5. The hydrogen atom in an inner layer of supergiant gas planet will be extremely compressed. Under such compressed state, nuclear fusion happens via interactions between protons by nuclear force, that is at the range of Fermi. That is -15th power of 10 meters. The strong force is approximately 137 times stronger than Coulomb force. Blast of solid core took place due to the kinetic energy that was caused by chain of nuclear fusion. Shock wave attacked surrounding planets. Broken pieces of the Sun's solid core scattered and became to asteroids or meteorites. Nuclear fusion occurred in the Sun's core. Sun is a third generation of star. It grew up by collecting every interstellar medium. The Sun was like Jupiter at just before start nuclear fusion, as shown in Figure 5. Solid core of the Sun was destroyed by nuclear explosion at 4.6 billion years before. Although part of broken pieces was collected again to the Sun, a significant amount was scattered to the universe. Terrestrial planets were attacked by those substances. It is considered that magma ocean was formed at this period. Terrestrial planets lost hydrogen gas by the solar wind or radiant heat from the Sun due to the nuclear fusion. Origin of meteorites and asteroids and asteroid belt. It is hard to form one stone via collision of two stones from viewpoint of condensed matter physics. One solid meteorites were formed at the interior of the planets. So, blast of a large planet grown up in the asteroid belt is the most possible candidate of the source for meteorites and asteroid belt. It is estimated that nuclear fusion occurred at a celestial body in asteroid belt, and it was done on only nuclear explosions owing to the amount of hydrogen gas. Orbital velocity of a celestial body is independent of its mass. So, there are many meteorites and asteroids in the asteroid belt. The blast of a large celestial body may have caused heavy bombardment of meteorites at 3.8 billion years before. Gravitational energy on the Earth. Gravitational potential energy of meteorite decreases at ground of the Earth compared with universe. So, the gravitational force on the Earth is 9.8 Newton. So, the gravitational potential energy of 1 kilogram at 100 kilometers upper from the ground is 9.8 times the fifth power of 10 joules. It corresponds to 234 kcal. It will be converted into the heat source that corresponds to increase of 234 on the temperature of 1 kilogram water. Total gravitational potential energy on the Earth is estimated as 2.2 times the 32nd power of 10 joules. On the other hand, kinetic energy of Earth's orbit is estimated as 2.66 times the 33rd power of 10 joules. It is 12.3 times of larger than gravitational potential energy. Although impact of a celestial body is great, momentum and energy are kept at the collision. Summary. Growth of celestial body by only hydrogen atoms takes time owing to collision among them. The Sun is a third generation of stars. The first stage on formation of the solar system was collecting of cosmic dust among interstellar medium. Very small fine particles are easy to adhere by short-range force. Orbital velocity of a celestial body is independent of its mass. Interactions among electrons of neighboring atoms in a cluster of cosmic dust bring to the electronic state with low energy. A meteorite is a substance that is formed by a short-range force of Coulomb force, and it is not directly formed by a long-range force of gravity. When substance is compressed, the electronic state becomes degenerate state. So, the compressed hydrogen behaves as solid metal. Nuclear fusion from hydrogen to helium takes place under extremely intense compression at inner core of a huge celestial body. Iron meteorites, stony iron meteorites, and stony meteorites were condensed in the interior of planet. Those were scattered to the universe by interplanetary collisions and nuclear fusion in huge celestial body. Thank you for your kind attention.